Okay, now some of you have been complaining in the comments that I'm not building fast enough. Well, all I've got to say to you is Insanity Road System 2.0. Okay, Insanity Road System 2.0. Now, if everything's gone as planned, then you guys have already just seen this, and I'm now going to show you how to do it. Right, I've been playing around with the terrain and got rid of all the bad glitchy stuff that I can get rid of. I should have mentioned this before. Just over here, it depends on the way the terrain's going. See, if the terrain's sloping across the road, there will be some stuff that you just can't get rid of. That's just a fact of life. If you're going up the slope, then that's a different story. But some of the terrain actually slopes in two directions, and then you're really screwed. But like I've got rid of all of the bad stuff, like down by the river. This is all very, very neat and tidy. Right. Okay. Enough about that. Building. Right. Okay, up here, we're going to put in some very, very cool bridges, I hope. Now, there are several different ways you can do this to get different looks, but I'm not quite. I don't know whether I'm going to do this symmetrically or asymmetrically. I'm kind of not sure. Right, the first thing, I want these bridges to be kind of offset. So what I've done is I've extended the two middle roads up here, and then I've just put a little spur on the end of both of these, and it's literally two bulldoze sections, so like 1, 2. So if you just draw a line and then just trim it back so that you've got two bulldoze sections left, that's kind of what you want. Then if I can actually get this to play ball. Now Danny's camera mod, okay, if you can't get like the level of zoom that you're getting, zoom out, right, until it goes way out, and then keep zooming out slowly, and it'll come back in again. This is zooming out and it comes back in, and you can sometimes get exactly what you want in terms of level of zoom by doing that. But I think we're going to be okay around here. I'm going to come round to this side and see if this will work. Oh yeah, I'd got streets, not regional streets. Bonehead. Right, so I'm going to put a diagonal road across here. Boom. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. And I guess I'm doing this symmetrical. But we'll get some asymmetricalness by virtue of this terrain up here, which I think is going to look very cool. I certainly hope so. Right, once you've put those lines in, and those are just guides, we're then going to go to our regional UDON, pick up our high density one-way street again, and then we're just going to draw these roads up. Well, go up there. Oh, you're going to mess around, aren't you? If it does, just go past it. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. Okay, come on. I'll probably fast forward this next bit, because even I'm getting bored with this. Okay, now once you've got those in, trim off any rough ends that you've got, and then, whoops, control key, and trim out these sections. And that leaves us with these nice staggered roads, which are very cool. And like, don't worry too much about any glitchy sections, we can fix those later. Right, trim off any ends and then get rid of these. Boom, 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 boom. Good. Right. Now we want to do the outside roads. So these are the roads that are going to return the traffic down to the bottom of the city. And like, how you want to space these is kind of up to you. You can be as mean or as generous with these as you want. I think, and the best way to do this, start off with a guide road. So like across here, and again, you can get different effects by like where you put this. Like you could put it further down, or you could put it further up. You know, it's kind of up to you. But I think I'm going to go with just a road across here, and then switch back to my udon. And now I've got to remember that I'm coming this way down rather than this way up. So I want to start off. I think I'm going to start off 1 out or 2 out. Yeah, I think I'm just going to start 1 out. I'm just going to draw it down to there, just to give me a little spur that I'm going to hook onto. Now, getting every other one is going to be easy because we've already got this marker, right? So that's fine. But that spacing is too wide for me. I want these like in between as well. So I'm just going to do this freehand. It doesn't have to be like mega precise. So I'm just going to, that looks about right to me. And then when I mouse over these, hopefully they'll, right, now I've got the ones in between as well. And if I've spaced them right, they should actually look good. Yeah, looks, come on, thank you. Right, now we can put these in. And again, it doesn't matter about them being like exactly the right length, but kind of helps. Because you'll see when I put the roads in or the bridges in that they're not exactly precise, and you have to sometimes play around with them. It kind of depends. You'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more to come out. One more. And this will be number 8. Now we've got 16 roads, 8 on each side. So we want 8 return roads. Okay, so get rid of that. Take out this guide road. We don't want that here. Because the idea is, and this may change, right? But the idea is that the residential traffic comes up here, goes to the Omega factories, goes to the industry, and then comes out on these return roads and goes back. But before it goes out onto these return roads, it does have the opportunity to go into any of them to return back. Now that's probably as much for service traffic as it is for the residential traffic. But I'm kind of going to play around with that and see exactly how I want this to work. I mean, I could stagger these into three ways rather than the 4-way junctions, but I want to see how the traffic behaves before I play around with that too much. Right. Now we do the cool stuff. Okay. High density, 1-way street. We'll start with this little one, I think. And up. Arc tool. Right, pick up your arc tool. Bring this round here. And then just hook it onto there so you get this kind of weird angle, right? If you go further down, right, and back, right, you'll get rounded angles. If I can, ow, I see, this one's too close, I can't do it. I'll show you on another one. But yeah, you want that angle, okay? Right, then I'm going to crank this up to the max. Actually, let me change the camera angle so you can actually see this better. Because I know what I'm going to do, but I want you guys to see it. So let's pick that road up again. Right. Makes it more difficult for me, actually, but it's worth it for you guys to be able to see it. So come around to there. Right, then I'm going to bring it up to its max. Now, that's a bit too pointy for me. So I'm actually going to bring that down a couple of clicks until it just smooths off. Right. That'll do. That'll do, pig. Right, now let's take the next one. Now this one shouldn't, oops, going the wrong way. This one shouldn't need smoothing out. This one should have yeah, there we go. Nice flat top to it. Good, good, good. And again, you can adjust these if you want them to be smoother, more graduated in height as they go up. You can do all kinds of things with these to get different effects. But you just want to make sure that you've got that same curve every time. Okay, so that's that one. And I'm going to go back to the top-down view because it just makes life like way easier. Okay, let's pick that one up. Like, and seriously, guys, if you don't think that this is cool, then like you're watching the wrong videos. Because I don't think it gets any cooler than this. But then I love my bridges. You know me. You know me and my bridges. I do love my bridges. And I was going to show you one, wasn't I? I was going to show you one where it's with the rounded. So if you go down to here and just touch the end of the road, you get that angle or that curve, right? But if you come down and then go back up, you'll get a more rounded curve. It's not doing it on this for some reason, but well, you can see you get a fatter curve. And we don't want that. We want a nice sort of, what is that, like a sort of an isometric curve? I don't know. I've no idea. Absolutely no idea. Right, let's crank that up to its max. Boom. Last one. And then I'm just gonna show you how this looks because I think this looks just peachy. I love the shadows that it creates. Now, one tip I will give you, and I'll show you. Look at that! I think that makes such a cool backdrop to the city. You're going to have the same on the other side, which I'll do in a minute. One tip though, like don't go too far back. Now you can draw these things like way off the map, right? You're not restricted by the edge of the map. But if you start going like too far and you actually start going off the map, you won't see these roads from sort of the front of the city, right? Like so from here you can see them, but if you go any further back, you just won't see them, and you lose the effect. I think it's a pretty cool effect. Oh man, I can't wait to get the rest of these in. Alrighty, let me slap the rest of these in because they're exactly the same. Alrighty. Okay, so we've now got our two sets of bridges at the far end. I want to take a look at this. I want to take a look at this. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, I love that. And like the closer you get to them, the more defined they'll get. Oh, I love that effect. Absolutely love that effect. It's a bit misty at the moment. Be a bit better on a clear day. Oh yeah, yes. It's coming together, guys. It's coming together. Right, let's carry on. So, I want to carry rather than just have these bridges here. I also want to have kind of create more bridges coming down the sides, just to kind of frame the city, you know. give it some interest, because the Omega Cow it's an awesome city. I mean, fantastic moneymaker, and from a technical aspect of the game, it's really interesting, but like without the Insanity Road system that we had in the original one, it's pretty boring to look at. So we need to come up with something new. Definitely need to come up with something. Oh, and it's going dark. You know, there's a mod out there that makes it daytime all the time. I'm seriously thinking about installing that. Right, now how far down do I want to come? Because what I'm worried about is this terrain here, right? If I was to put a bridge like from here down to here, even if I got it to go up, it would actually cut through the terrain, or it would like skim the terrain or something, which I don't want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a short section in. Like how far do I want this to come down? Probably sort of down kinda to here. Now this is something that I'm gonna have to play around with now. Okay, okay, right. Now what you do, crank it up to the maximum height, right? And then you're gonna have to move the road around to find out like where you get the bridge to kind of do what you want it to do. Now I want this to be pretty high, so I'm gonna try it there. Okay, yes, liking that. Right, and then we see if we can get the next one to do the same thing, which would actually be a lot easier if I switched to the straight tool. But sometimes you actually have to kind of use the curve tool. Hang on a second, let me just check that one. I've got it curved. Moron. Let's take that section out. Put it back in. You will find that you do spend a fair amount of time playing around with this. And I need to change the angle back so that I can actually see the angle of the bridge. But you know, this is why I show you guys this stuff. Like, it's not good me just like throw. See, like you can try and increase it, and it'll just be flat, and you go, oh, it's not going to do it. But if you move it around, you'll get all kinds of different. Now, see, you're getting all kinds of different angles at both ends, right? See. It's raised at this end, flat at the other end, and then if I carry on bringing it down, right, yeah, that's what I want. Right, now let's try the next one, and you'll probably find that they won't all behave exactly the same. So let's crank this up, although that's kind of behaving fairly nicely. Yep. Yeah, let's put that one. Yeah, I'm going to put them in, and I'm just going to see what they look like. I think that's probably the best way to do this. So let's just get them in. Okay, so how does that look? Not too bad. I might spend a bit of time and just maybe even those. I'm gonna try and even this one. Or maybe try and get this one to be kind of between these two. These, I don't mind them being a little bit uneven. I think it adds a bit of interest, but you need to be careful because it'll delete like the whole thing if you're not careful. But yeah, let's give this one more go. Give this one more go. Yeah, I might tinker around with this one as well, but we'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm like. Alright, come on, give me a nice one. Give me a nice one. Come on, get up there. Get up there. Oh, see? That is much better. Oh, I'll take that one. Oh, hell yeah. Oh man, I'm really tempted to play around with this one, but you know what? I'm gonna leave it. I'm going to leave it. I like having the different heights. I think that creates a pretty nice look. I'm kind of wondering if I could get them all, like these four over here, whether I could get them the same. I don't know. It's the sort of thing you can actually tinker around with after you've done it. Cool. Right. Right. So next section.